Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. It is currently 1:30 in the morning and our edibles have just kicked in. So this video might be like a little extra shady, especially with what I want to talk about first. But before I get into that, I do want to say that we are having a giveaway right now. We are giving away the new Gerard Cosmetics and Emily D. Baker collaboration. They came out with 3 different lip glosses, which are all in here. I'll put up a swatch or like whatever kind of image I can find like on the screen right here so you guys know exactly what they look like. I'm going to run this until Friday. Is that the 25th?
Yes.
Friday, May 25th. And all you have to do is go over to my Instagram. I know there are going to be people down in the comment section asking for a YouTube only giveaway. I have one of those coming up. That is going to be something completely different. I might give away another one of these actually. But entering the giveaway is super easy. All you have to do is go over to my Instagram, make sure you're following me, and comment on my latest Instagram post, and I'll DM you over there. Please don't respond to anybody that says anything about Telegram. I do not have Telegram. I don't know what Telegram is. So moving on from that, the first thing that I want to talk about is I was scrolling over on TikTok the other day, and you guys know that I love Janice Dickenson. She is the self-proclaimed first supermodel of the world, and she throws some major shade over on her TikTok. A lot of people say that she looks like Caitlyn Jenner, and she kind of like plays into that.
Guys, we talked about this. I am not Caitlyn. Maybe I am Caitlyn Jenner.
Like, she plays into it all the time. But people say up shit to Janice Dickenson over on TikTok. But she did this video where she was comparing influencers to like supermodels walking on the runway, and they were male models. So the people that she compared were none other than Patrick Starrr and James Charles. Now, before I show you guys this clip, do you guys remember when like Manny was walking on the runway?
Come along. 8. She does a weird thing. What is that? Oh. I was a little shocked. It was like, what are those called, the little wandering sticks that you buy when you're a kid and you keep them in a cage and they're like, walk around like that? I don't know, the 8 works like a I mean, 13 looks so gracious and so I'm crying.
That walk, oh my goodness. It was diabolical. It was definitely the worst walk.
That was hilarious, and people make fun of influencers all the time when they walk on the runway. So I just wanted to go into it like that before you guys actually see this clip, because I died laughing. I watched this thing on repeat so many times. She shaded the out of Patrick Starrr and James Charles. Just check this out.
Influences versus supermodels. Look at that. I like this guy's walk a lot. I'll give him an 8. Look at him. Like it. He's even keeled. He looks a lot better than 007. This is just a waste of everything. A big waste. But I love that she's trying. We'll give her a 3. This is what to wear to Sunday church. This is a Grace Jones wannabe. Look at her go. This is a Grace Jones wannabe. Look at her go.
Bitch, James Charles thought that he was serving in that cape. Like, the thing is, when influencers get on the runway, they're not like focusing on the walk that much. They want people like all the eyes like, oh my God, that's Patrick Starrr or that's James Charles. So you got the sachet down there. You have to put the theatrics into it. If they just did a normal walk, I don't think it would be that bad.
Manny's walk was exceptionally bad.
It was. Oh, the turnaround with like the ass, like,
yeah, that was too much. God. But James Charles, like, she roasted him the house down.
Grace Jones wannabe. I don't know. She said that Patrick was a big waste. Just a waste of everything is what she said.
That was cruel.
It was shady. It was very shady, Janice Dickenson. But those walks, though.
Well, I mean, I guess you could be one to critique people's walks.
It just wasn't good. And while we're on the topic of James Charles, he actually uploaded on his TikTok the other day. You know how his meet and greet videos, sometimes they go viral and you see clips of them all the time? They're all the ones of James Charles just singing, because for some reason back in the day at every James Charles meet and greet, he thought that all of his fans wanted to hear him belt out a ditty. Like, he was croaking them out like there was no tomorrow. He would sit down on the sidewalk. He even did the Dua Lipa kick.
Dua Lipa, I'm sorry.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I was thinking of the Dua Lipa incident because he really thought he was putting on for them girls. He was doing the kick.
It's like, the fact that people are in the audience, and when he does things like that, they're like, oh! That's
They
the
were
issue with
gassing
stan
him
culture.
up.
Imagine being a parent, you have to take your child to a James Charles meet and greet, or just any influencer meet and greet, and it's just all these like children screaming at the person. My kid would be grounded. We're not going nowhere. Nope.
No, we wouldn't even go.
No, we're grounded. You're grounded. Sorry.
Find a reason to
Yeah.
ground them for that weekend.
Yeah. Well, so this video that James posted over on his TikTok, he was saying that since this goes viral all the time and more people have documentation of this meet and greet where he was sitting on the sidewalk, but it's always different angles that people will like post about it. So he's like, so many people have this different video from different angles.
Somebody needs to make a documentary about this meet and greet. This was in San Francisco. I was 16 years old at the time. I only had like 100,000 followers and 50 people showed up on this day. Only 50 people. Yet every single week, a new video of me singing at this meet and greet goes viral. And they're all taken by a different person at a different angle. It's never the same video. Like, there is more documentation of this event happening than like the moon landing. This is also the day that Bring Me Little Water Now happened. Like, one day historians will write about this event in history books. Mark my words. Like, there's so many memes that came from this day. Oh, truly iconic.
He said basically that it's going to be talked about in history books. I don't think that that is the reason why James Charles is going to get talked about in history books.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not that.
That's where I was going to get to, because I honestly think that one day there's going to be a lot written about him.
Well, I definitely don't think that that would be the reason they would talk about him. Obviously, they would probably talk about it if they ever did. The fact that he got canceled by Tati Westbrook, that whole drama, then the backtracking of the drama, him making everyone believe that he didn't do all that shit just to come out at a later date and say that he was desperate because he got called out for the exact same thing once again. And funny thing about this is, you know, James doesn't want people talking about it. He's over on TikTok making jokes about it with Tana. Yeah. Over there at Coachella or whatever the thing they were at.
You did it at my birthday dinner.
You did it there.
And you did it at my birthday dinner. Time and place.
Two Coachella outfits being reviewed.
I was just getting into Tana Mojo. Tana, you got a lot of goddamn nerve to take back what you did, because honestly, like, Tana's shady for that, because think about it. She made friends with Gage, right? Yeah. After the fact, because she defended James to begin with, and then she switched up, and then she went back. She pulled a Tati, that's what she did. And I was just getting into Tana. Like, I really enjoy Tana because she's funny and she's relatable, but she does the stupidest shit. I want to know what James Charles has on her.
Oh, probably nothing. They both just need each other to like push their businesses, probably. James is coming out with his, you know, Tana does have a very popular podcast, so that is a good one for James to get back on his side. It looks really stupid on Tana's part, though, considering she threw so much shade and made all those videos with Gage about James, and not even when she was around Gage, she threw so much shade at James Charles all the time. So it's like,
every other month she was making a statement about James. She was with Jeff Wittick and talked about him at length about why he was canceled for her. And then I think one time it came up and they asked her if there was one person you could go back and not be friends with or something. And she was like, James Charles. I definitely think it's some kind of like mutually beneficial relationship they have going on now. It'll be interesting to watch, because I think that when Tana gets a chance, she'll just give him the old boot again.
Yeah. And moving on from that, there is another trend going on TikTok right now. A lot of people, because you know Patrick Starrr, he's been all over TikTok. He did videos with Alix Earle. He did Glamzilla, I believe. I think Meredith Duxbury. Like, a lot of the girls were getting their makeup done by Patrick Starrr. He showed up to Casa de la Roach. Like, it was a whole ordeal, which, by the way, Casa de la Roach is up for rent now. Like, somebody found it on TikTok. $13,000 a month if you really wanted to live there. And I looked at the video and the girl was like, and the kitchen is like so nice. It's a big kitchen, but for $13,000 a month, that is not a kitchen.
It's in Miami, though, right?
It's in Miami.
Yo, you won't believe what I just found on the internet. Alix Earle's old house is on the market. University of Miami students, this is your perfect chance to be the generation 2 of Casa Amor. Oh my God. $13,000 a month though. So if you have 5 girls, $2,600 a month. Little steep, but if you can afford it, more power to you. It's a beautiful house. I mean, shit, don't get me wrong. I wish I could buy it. The infamous pool has lots of space for hibachi barbecuing. The kitchen is absolutely stunning and perfect for some beautiful pasta nights. And these floors look very, very durable, and you won't ruin them if you have to spray a little Raid and step on a roach bug. And you could even live in Alix Earle's old room. This is the infamous dungeon where she basically became famous doing her Get Ready With Me videos. So yeah, just spreading the word. I'm so excited I found this. Yeah, and it's a 5-minute drive to University of Miami. Holla!
The backyard space with the pool is enough for people to be like drawn to this house. But $13,000 a month.
Her and how many other people lived in that house?
I think like 5.
So it was like 5 people?
And the roaches, don't forget the roaches.
Like, Jesus Christ, $13,000 a month? That's insane.
But getting back to Patrick Ta, he has an eyeshadow palette, and a lot of people have been opening them up, and they say they're like 6 months old, and a few of the shades have mold growing on top of them.
Is anyone having molding issues on their Patrick Ta palette? Because I'm seeing some molds on these 3 shadows here. This isn't even a year-old palette, so I don't think it's old.
Okay, I am just here for a quick rant. I know that this has been talked about on social media, but the Patrick Ta Major Dimension, the first version eyeshadow palette, once I saw that people were getting mold on it, I checked mine. Sure enough, I have mold. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on here or not, but I can include clips. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. I emailed them well over a month ago at this point, and they were like, yeah, we'll send you another one. Just send us your batch code and pictures, which I did, and it has been crickets. And since I have emailed them, it has now hit the year expiration, which I'm sure is what they're going to say. But let's be honest, we all have palettes that we've had well over a year and they didn't grow mold. I could begin with pretty much any of my motherships. I had them well over a year, no mold. Natasha Denona Love palette, had this for years, no mold. So the fact that Patrick Ta's brand creates a palette and then in less than a year it starts growing mold, because I don't know when it started. I have a lot of palettes. I don't use it or open it daily, but when I did open it, it already had mold. And that was before the 12-month mark. And then for them just to ignore this and not respond is absurd. It was an almost $70 eyeshadow palette. It is so disappointing.
And the mold looks disgusting, but somebody also said it was like with a blush palette or like one of the contour palettes that he has.
Okay, so excuse the voice. I've been sick for almost 3 weeks. No, it does not have to do with this. Although it could, because it looks like a disease and it's disgusting. What the hell? So yes, this is a Patrick Ta blush. She's adorable. That's the name. Isn't that ironic? Because this is far from adorable. This is actually, she's disgusting. That's what it should be called. This is 6 months old. I was doing a decluttering and I opened it up and thought I was looking into the eyes of Linda Blair, exorcist herself. But it's a blush. What the hell happened? And I'm never using Patrick Ta again. It's like I told someone, it could be a freak accident, but if I bite into a hamburger from McDonald's with a rat in it, I ain't going back.
I don't have none of that, but I do have some Patrick Ta products, and these are not that old. I got these at the last Sephora sale. I got 2 of the different like brow wax, brow gel, whatever the hell you want to call it. What was that called? This is called the shaping wax, and this is the tinted one. So again, it's not that old, but I opened it up. This has literally just been sitting inside of a closet.
Now, I understand that this might be one of those products that separates over time, but you have not had this that long.
It has not been that long for me. But here is the clear one and what this one looks like as well.
I don't think that that's really doing it justice, because if you look at that, it looks the same as this, but that to me looks more gross because it got all over the lid and everything. At least with this one, it didn't get all over the mirror and stuff.
I just don't know like where the moisture, because it looks like moisture to me. So gross. Gross Patrick Ta. And moving on from that, there was another story that was like very important that I saw being talked about over on Twitter. I think it was TMZ that posted it. Beyonce and Jay-Z just bought a $200 million mansion. It's like the most expensive piece of real estate that ever sold in the state of California.
Beyonce and Jay-Z have just bought the most expensive home in all of California and the second most expensive home in all of the United States. And here it is. This 30,000 square foot home cost them $200 million. This home was owned and built by William Bell, and he's one of the biggest art collectors in all of the world. This home is made completely of concrete, and it took him 15 years to build. Their new home was built in the Paradise Cove area, which of course is known as Billionaire's Row. It's on 8 acres, and it's on a bluff overlooking the beautiful Pacific Ocean. The home is completely made of concrete, including the staircase. The home also has floor-to-ceiling glass walls throughout. Some pretty amazing water features. Here's another view of the same water feature. And probably the coolest feature would have to be the pool area. So of course we've got the floor to ceiling glass walls so you can overlook the whole pool. And it looks like they have multiple pools in their backyard. So here's an aerial view of the pool area. Lots of places to lounge. And it does look like there's a pool inside of a pool. You can also see the whirlpool from this area as well. There's a close-up of the whirlpool, just a better angle of the pool in general. And you can see there's actually a door, a walkway leading in to kind of that middle section of the pool area. So Beyonce is on tour until the end of September, but it looks like she's going to have a brand new house to come home to. And there it is with the night view.
They paid cash for it, but there was something that I was like really concerned about, like during this whole like discourse that people were having about this $200 million home. I was very worried that they would have to get rid of their $100 million home that's in Beverly Hills. They're not. They are not getting rid of it. So I was relieved when I saw that they were not going to have to get rid of that piece of property.
Could you imagine having the money?
Oh, I thought they were. I thought they were going to have to go without. I was so like, I was worried. I honestly was. But you know what? Beyonce is having that very successful tour that's going on right now. She looks amazing.
Beyonce's not even in her bag anymore.
Holy shit!
She's just like. She's in everybody's bag.
She is the bag.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So I'm glad that TMZ alerted us to that very pressing issue, because I know that a lot of people like me, we were wondering like what's happening to the other estate.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
Imagine having
$200 million to pay in cash.
That's insane. And they paid cash.
Yeah. It's crazy. Do you ever wonder like what the inside of like celebrities' homes look like? Like how are they living? Like Kim Kardashian, we see her house all the time. People have mixed reviews of it. Like it looks kind of like a museum. I think she has some cool pieces in her house. I love her bathroom. But you sometimes wonder like what does the inside of Beyonce's house look like?
Oh, it's probably spotless, girl.
Like,
She's probably got a whole team of people that
but how much furniture is in it?
7:30 in the morning.
But is Beyonce like a minimalist when it comes to furniture, or is Beyonce like I want that big ass comfy couch?
Do you remember on MTV Cribs when they did like the Destiny's Child edition? A lot of people think that Beyonce was lying in that video where she said that that room with like the purple bed was hers. A lot of people say that she was lying, that was not her room.
I don't remember the episode.
Oh, I'll have to show you.
That was a long ass time ago. I did not have cable when I was growing up because we were poor. So moving on from that, we have to talk about none other than Mikayla once again, because I have to give you guys an update to this whole entire hair situation that's going on right now. Because we all know that Mikayla has been on this journey for her wedding. The last video that we did, we were saying that people were calling her out because she was telling people she was trying to get the perfect hair. But then also she was saying that she doesn't want to do that. Like her wedding day is for her. It shouldn't be for everyone else. So she just wants to like live and like be a little bit less carefree when it comes to what she's doing. But Mikayla has now upset some hairstylists because they say that she's in a cycle. She is in this cycle where she wants to do her hair herself, but then also she wants to go into salons. She's done this apparently to 3 other hairstylists. She'll go in there, she'll get her hair lightened, and then a few weeks later she'll be like, I don't like it, or it's not the color that I like, and then she'll put some black hair dye on top of it.
I can explain. The best way I can put it is it's not working out for me, and it's a me problem. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I tried, and I failed. I'm a Gemini, okay? This is the shit we do. Let's mix this shit. Developer and the dye. Now we gotta mix. Last chance to change my mind. I've been thinking about this all week. I'm doing it. I need to do it. I want to do it. I have to do it. It's for me, myself, and I. This is it. There is no going back after this. Okay? There is no going back now. We're in it deep. I have so much adrenaline right now. It is starting to change. Cody's doing the back of my head. He may not admit it, but he's enjoying himself over here.
Please help me.
Well, we let it process for 20 minutes, and I'll be back a new woman.
Now, a lot of people are trying to trash the hairstylist that did her hair last and say they just didn't do a good job and that's why she doesn't like it. That's not it at all. I do not believe that for a second. First of all, Mikayla has definitely put a lot of box dye on top of her hair.
For sure.
When you have box dye on top of your hair, I'm not a hairstylist and I know that it's not going to pull the exact same way as if you have some virgin hair and you're going in there. But also what I wonder is, I wonder if when Mikayla was over there in New Jersey with everyone for the benefit thing, I wonder if they went in a pool and if she got a little chlorine on it.
Ooh.
Because to me, it did not look the same as when she went to the hair salon and got it done to when she was on the benefit trip. But the hairstylists over on TikTok are not happy.
Mikayla. Now, while I have to agree that she looks best with dark hair and clearly something that she loves, as a stylist, like, I'm angry. Like, this is the third time that we know of, and third stylist that she has done this to. She always wants to go late, makes these appointments, tries to go through the process, and then box dyes it herself. Just go to the stylist and at least have her do it. I'm also just a little annoyed because there's people in the comments talking about how her highlights were orange, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, they were a little brassy because she used to box dye her hair. Like, I'm shocked her stylist even saw her hair as light as it was. And, like, I know she's not bashing the stylist, but I'd like to see her defending her in the comments at least. I don't know. This annoys me for no reason.
Maybe she's hoping that like Brad Mondo or something will like reach out to her. I don't know.
Well, he got canceled, remember? But my
Several
thing
times over.
Is she sponsored? Because Mikayla tends to make everything into a sponsored video like Glamzilla, or try to present it in a way where the brand wants to make it a sponsored thing.
I don't know. I think that Mikayla's getting married on July 1st, so I wonder if we're going to have like another going into the salon type of moment to try to correct whatever she just did to her head. There's another reason that Mikayla's getting talked about over on TikTok, because you know that brand Farsali? I don't remember what they came out with back in the day. I think it had something to do with unicorns.
Yeah, I think it was that face oil. Everybody talked about it. That's like 2017, I feel like.
Well, the other day, Mikayla uploaded like a budget-friendly skincare routine for hydration.
Your makeup looks like shit and you're broke. I'm gonna show you how to skin prep like a pro on a budget. Skin prep is the most important part of the routine, but you don't have to break the bank to perfect it. Every morning, start your skin prep routine with a lip treatment, lip mask, lip balm. This is the Milani Supercharged Lip Mask. I use a lip mask every single day, and you will never catch me with dry, cracked, nasty, crusty-ass lips. Even just Vaseline or Aquaphor would be perfect for that. But I like this for the really glossy finish, and it has a citrus scent. Now, you're going to take some water from your sink and you're going to get your skin damp. You want to do this while the skin is a bit damp. Hyaluronic acid. This is from Neutrogena. Keep in mind, I am using products that work well underneath makeup. That is the key. So I'm going to apply the hyaluronic acid to my damp skin. What does this do? It hydrates and plumps. Don't forget your neck. I always recommend using an eye serum over an eye cream. Sometimes eye creams can be too thick. It can actually make a concealer crease look patchy, cakey. But eye serums are nice and thin and hydrating. I think concealer sits better on an eye serum. This is from Essence. It's literally $5.99 or cheaper at the drugstore. Take a little bit of the eye serum and press that underneath the eyes. This is going to depuff, it's going to hydrate the under eye. Most importantly, though, it's going to prep for your concealer. Neutrogena Hydra Boost is easily one of the best moisturizers to use underneath makeup. And you know it's going to work really well because you're using products that are guaranteed to work together. Now, I personally use the gel formula of this because that's going to feel the most lightweight underneath makeup. One of my favorite packs, sunscreen. This is my all-time favorite drugstore sunscreen. It has a little bit of a tint. It's called Blockstaff from Bliss. You definitely want to go SPF 30 or higher. But the tint that this has is going to neutralize redness and even out my skin tone a little. I also find that when you use an SPF that has a little bit of a tint, you can actually use less foundation because it's already neutralizing the skin. Okay, SPF is on. I'm going to let all that sit for 1 to 2 minutes. Then I'll go in with primer. Now, primer, there's lots of different primers you can use. I'm going to use the Hydra Touch from NYX. Primer really depends on your skin type. I have drier skin, so I'm going to use a hydrating primer. If you're really oily, use a pore filling primer, mattifying primer, oil control primer. The key about this entire routine and any skin prep routine is that it does not pill. Pilling is not what you want. That's why it is so important that the products can work together. They're a family. Okay, my skin is prepped. Now let's apply makeup.
But the guy from Farsali saw the video that Mikayla did, and her thing came out to like $63 or $68. He said that he had a 3-in-1 product that does everything that the products that Mikayla was holding up in her video does. Now, he challenged her, and he said that he will send this product to her, but she has to use it for 3 weeks straight. And if she does, and she'll give like whatever review it is, like good, bad, or indifferent, she just has to use it and she has to be honest. He will buy a billboard in Times Square with whatever picture she wants to her on it, and it can say whatever she wants.
Your makeup looks like and you're broke.
I'm using that quote to buy a billboard in Times Square. Hear me out. This is from Mikayla. So I watched your video and you recommended 3 products for face prep.
Gotcha. Trigina Hydro Boost, Hydro Touch for Mix.
So your total budget-friendly routine was $68.58. The products you recommended are great, but they only hydrate. I have a $39 solution that not only hydrates using peptides and ceramides, but also improves skin tone using vitamin C and niacinamide. It's just one single product. Here's my proposal, Mikayla. I'll send it to you, and if you make an honest video about it, even if you don't like it, I'll buy a billboard with your face on it in Times Square, and it can say whatever you want. But you have to use the product consistently for 3 weeks. Let me know if you're up for it, and I'll make it happen.
Now, I think that Mikayla should do this. I don't think that she will do this. I mean, Mikayla makes so much money on all these other sponsor posts that she's doing, whatever she's charging those people. I think that she should just do the billboard in Times Square, like whatever, put a picture of you and Cody up. You know what? Put your wedding photo up, okay? Because you know who didn't do that, Mikayla? Jacqueline. You know who'd be better, Mikayla? Jacqueline. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Mikayla is going to answer this guy's request over on TikTok and get the product and use it for 3 weeks? You know what? Maybe she'll accept the product and be like, yeah, I've been using it for 3 weeks. But she just leaves it like sitting on her counter, maybe like squeeze a little out here and there and like pretends that she's putting it on her face. How would he know that she actually used it for 3 weeks?
You know,
and then she still gets the billboard.
She'd say something later that she'd incriminate herself with.
No, like 2 months later, yeah, I used it once, it burned my face.
Yeah.
Like how she does with the products after the sponsored post and they're no longer paying. And with all that said, that is it for this video, everyone. We hope that you did enjoy it. Please go over to Instagram and enter this giveaway. Just leave whatever your most used emoji is underneath the photo and I will direct message you over there on Friday when the giveaway is over if you are the one that won. And please, again, guys, do not respond to anybody with the whole Telegram thing. I do not know what that is. I have blocked that person on my channel. They will still find a way to be here. If you do not receive a message from @itsnicksnyder, it is not me. I swear. Last time I had some people cursing me out down in my DMs, telling me that I'm horrible because I told them they won, and I was like, that's not me.
Yeah, somebody apparently was messaging with one of those accounts and said that I was giving away like a PlayStation 5 or something. Somebody messaged me upset about that.
I would be too. Those things were hard to get. Yeah. Now apparently you can just get them all the time. I guess the shortage is over. And if you have made it this far in the video, please leave a green heart emoji down below and we will see you guys all in the next one. Bye.